Hello, everyone. Welcome to ELI, the only podcast in India where we bring a new founder on every episode to talk about their journey and their story of building a company. And today we have with us Amey Naik, who is the co-founder of which is an AI-powered image generation platform. Hi, Amey. Welcome to ELI.
Thank you so much, Priyarajan, and hello everyone. So
Amey,
as
yeah,
yeah,
would request you to introduce yourself to our audience. Tell us a bit about you primarily before entrepreneurship. What were you doing? Where did you grow up? Where did you study? Where did you work? And how has your life been before entrepreneurship?
definitely. So yes, so my name is Amey Naik, as duly introduced. I come from a suburb from Thane, that is Dombivli,
Mm-hmm,
and I did my engineering. So I come from an engineering background. I did my engineering from Mumbai University, and since then, I've worked with multiple service-based and product-based industries.
mm-hmm,
Right, I come with almost 10 plus years of experience before getting into the entrepreneurship jungle. Right,
mm-hmm,
so yeah, so I worked with service-based industries, namely Capgemini, eClerks, uh, DSP, and I had a very good stint at a product-based company named as Salesforce. Right, so I
mm-hmm,
worked there as a technical consultant for more than 1 year,
mm-hmm,
and post that I was working as a architecture for technical marketing,
mm-hmm.
and then the this initiative came up, and I was more than happy to continue or join this entrepreneurship stint of mine.
Got it. Uh, and let's start talking about IE. Tell us about the origin story. Like, what was the aha moment that led you to create this particular company, and what is this company about?
Yes. So I is basically an AI powered, homegrown, indigenous AI powered social media application.
Mm-hmm,
It is based on iOS and Android platform.
mm-hmm,
To start with, whenever we start with generally one name comes is Mr. Kapil Agarwal.
mm-hmm,
Mr. Kapil Agarwal is the person with this vision, wherein he had this vision about creating an indigenous social media application, and he shared this vision with us. Me, I am one of the founder. We have got another CTO who is also a co-founder named Omkar Mahekar. So
mm-hmm,
he shared this idea with us about building a platform that helps indigenous creators and India-based creators and brands to publicize, market, as well as to create an entertainment hub for them.
mm-hmm.
And that's when we started. It was last year, I guess. Last year October is when we launched, and we conceived this idea in last year January.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we are pretty new and we are pretty young and raring to go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how the I started.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what's different from a typical social media platform like Instagram or Facebook or even Snapchat? How do you differentiate?
Yes. So I has everything what current social media suit that we call that we everything that these guys have.
Mm-hmm,
Plus we have got AI generative. So we have multiple differentiators. To name a few, we have got AI generation, inbuilt tool that helps creators to create face swap and face swap videos for more entertainment and as well as for marketing purposes.
mm-hmm,
That is more essential, that is more targeted towards brands and businesses and creators. All
okay.
right, for normal users, we have got an interesting feature wherein normal users can earn iCoins by just scrolling and interacting with the content that they have.
Mm-hmm,
So whenever a user comes on board, installs I, comes on board, he instantly gets 10 iCoins. And
okay.
then, and whenever he interacts with the videos that he sees, right, his iCoins, as per his interaction matrix, his iCoins count
Mm-hmm,
increases. And as we speak, we are tying up with multiple, e-commerce platforms to make a redemption process out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have got more than now that we've got more than 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh users who have
Okay.
installed our application across Android and iOS
Mm-hmm.
with a very healthy retention as per industry standard.
Mm-hmm.
And the iCoins feature has been a super hit in our tier 2 and tier 3 audiences.
Okay.
Such, yeah. So this is for users, and for creators and businesses. Again, as I said, we are giving them an AI tool wherein they can create their own template. They can create their own campaign template for businesses. They can create face swaps, face video swaps. That's how. These are the basic differentiators. Plus, we also have a feature named as Family Tree,
Mm-hmm.
wherein we are giving users to create their family tree on social media. So this was a very to give you a short story about this. This was a interesting take wherein Mr. Agarwal came up with this idea about including why don't we include our family into social media space, right?
Mm-hmm.
We thought we can create a digital domain wherein you can interact with the family on a social platform, as well as you can interact with known and unknown people on the social platform. And
Mm-hmm.
that is what basically a social media is for, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So these are a couple of features that we have. I mean, these which are noteworthy and which we are getting a very good response from users.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, curious to understand one thing. So, in India, social media has been attempted before. There are other versions of Facebook which has come, versions of Twitter recently which got bankrupt. There are attempts to replace TikTok, Instagram. Lot of companies came and they tried and they failed. Why did you think that you will succeed in a market like India?
Yeah, I mean, this is a very interesting question. And sorry, to start with, I would like to say that the applications that have came previously in Indian markets were very niche and were focused on only one feature of a complete suite of a social media application that we call right now.
Mm-hmm.
For example, TikTok, as you said, right? TikTok was banned,
Mm,
and an application called as Moj, it
mm,
got launched, which
right.
has a niche of short video platforms,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And there are multiple examples. The main difference between them and us is we are a complete suite, right? We are a complete Facebook plus Instagram combined in one app,
Mm-hmm.
right? Plus we are introducing a social OTT layer also in our application.
Okay. What is a social OTT?
So social OTT is something like we are as we speak, we are tying up with production houses wherein they are ready to give us short web series, a vertical right now, vertical web series, right? Vertical content
Mm-hmm.
are in a super trend, especially from China market. Plus, it is percolating towards South Korea as well as in US markets, right? And
Right.
slowly, with the trends as we speak, we generally tend to follow that in the later 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we are targeting right now, wherein my users who are there on the social media application, they would be able to see such micro web series, right? And our web series that have been distributed or that has been divided into say 3 to 4 episodes, like 15 minutes episode, and we've got multiple creators who are ready to build that for us. I mean, I was very overwhelmed when we got the response for that, right? Whenever we talked to production houses, plus multiple things, that they were of the opinion that YouTube was the only platform where they could post their data or post their content and monetize.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a huge gap wherein YouTube generally has a monetization option which varies for Indian creators and US creators,
Mm-hmm.
right? There is a huge gap between that.
Okay.
And yeah, and we have got multiple content creators also on our board who are advising us about the good and the bad of the social media right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that gave us, that triggered us, we can go around and create a social OTT platform which we already have an ecosystem for. We just have to introduce this new term and let it percolate amongst the audience as and when possible, right? So we are not in rush in publicizing that, but it is a new concept, and we are very excited to introduce. So these are multiple differentiators that differentiates I from the other social media platform.
Got it. Yes, I think social OTT is one new format. Even I've been seeing ads on Instagram, and they produce very interesting contents. It's like small serials or series sort of thing, which runs for say 1 or 2 minutes trailers, and then it asks you to probably go to their app and see the rest of it.
Right.
It's an interesting concept. But tell me, 1.5 lakh users, it's quite a huge number for an app that has been launched just in 1 year back.
Yeah.
And this is the hardest part for any app based startup to acquire the initial set of users.
Yes.
uh, how did you sort of do that? Usually you need a push from some entity, some ecosystem player. Let's say that TikTok got banned, that's why Chingari got popular. So
Yeah.
it was a push from the users. Sometimes it is pushed from government, sometimes you just come up with a viral app. So how did you acquire these many users in a short span of time?
So it was, to be very honest with you, this is a very uncharted domain for every one of us,
Mhm.
right? And that proved to be advantageous for us as well. So we didn't limit our efforts for user acquisition only to industry standard ways. We actually extended everything. We tried to create awareness, we tried performance marketing, we tried influencer marketing. We, in the meanwhile, because these influencers are the huge user segment that we also target as a business, right, of a social media. So we got to know more crux about how this influencer marketing works, so on and so forth. So to
Mhm.
answer your question, this I completely agree that it is a very difficult task to acquire user, specifically in such a multicultural country like India, right?
Right.
Because when you target something, not necessarily the same emotion is going to be percolated across all the users, or
Right.
the same emotion is going to be conceived by everyone, right? So what we did was we targeted regional specific advertisements, specifically from performance marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we tied up with multiple content creators. We introduced our app to them. What things we need to improve from creators' perspective,
Mm-hmm.
and that effort we still are doing. And I believe that effort will never stop. So it was a very planned and properly funneled effort, starting from normal awareness, from performance marketing, inclusive of creators. We now proudly have more than 50 to 80, content creators specifically on our application. These creators include entertainment, lifestyle, fashion, and also memer community.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys are liking our app, and with the help of these efforts, right, we tried to we have got our YouTube channel, we have got our Instagram channel, all the social presence. So we just tapped in the users who are interested,
Mm-hmm.
and we tried to add a ripple effect to it when it comes to user acquisition strategy, and so on and so forth. It has been working in our favor,
Mm-hmm.
but we have also learned so much, and there is huge scope of improvement in that as well, which we are doing iteratively as we speak.
Got it. Tell us about this whole concept of iCoins. I think
Yeah.
uh, incentivizing users to consume the content, that's a very counterintuitive concept, because first of all, you are spending money on creating content, on hosting those content. Then you are also paying the users to watch or consume the content. How does it work? Who pays for it?
So it is, so yeah, to start with the answer, we right currently are bootstrapped,
Mm-hmm.
right? So whatever amount we are supposed to give as a monetization benefit to users or creators, it has been done by the company itself, right? And I understand it is counterintuitive, but it has worked super it has worked in a huge margin in our favor
Mhm.
for engaging user on our application and also for user acquisition strategies, right?
Mhm.
And we have also taken care that users should not be habituated to this effort. There could be user sitting in tier 2 tier 3 city in India,
Mhm.
wherein he says that, okay, this app is just giving me coins just to scroll down, right?
Mhm.
And you're scrolling, he might sit there for 6 hours.
Mhm.
But to not create a habit of it, we are limiting the coin to 2000 coins per day. So a user can only earn 2000 coins per day.
Mhm.
That's about it. And with that coin, he can use our internal features, or else he can buy external products or whatever, right?
Mhm.
So that's about it. And right now, it is fitting in our microeconomics as a company or as a business, right?
Mhm.
Wherein we are getting good engagement of content creators data using this strategy, right? We are getting very transparent feedback from user that, okay, this is working perfectly fine, or is this an super lazy in terms of loading, so on and so forth. So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, this was a user acquisition strategy to start with,
Okay.
but now it has been a good strategy to gather user feedback as well in the process.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, Tell us about the different AI features that you have built inside the platform, because I think that also is a big feature why some of the creators would like to come to your platform. Creators are actively searching for templates for AI features to do some effects to a face, or do some gimmick, so that they get a lot of views, lot of likes. So I think that's why some of the AI enabled platforms, especially Snapchat, has been getting very popular. So how does it work? What kind of AI features that you have built, and how it is evolving?
Right. So primarily on our application, we are using AI for three specific feature. First is content recommendation. So we've got AI tool who is recommending, who is gathering information about what a particular content is consumed by who all people, right? He's creating an affinity model around it, and he's trying to categorize users according to that affinity model, so on and so forth, right? A very useful information, or a must have information for any social media application.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second thing, the main feature, one of the main features that we have for AI is AI face swap and AI video swap, right? Wherein we have set templates in our application, and user can upload his selfie or a photo and just swap the face of the person that who is there in that template, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it has been, so the people or application users were very entertained at first, and we ran couple of social media campaigns and contests about the best face swap will have some kind of benefit on our application, so on and so forth. It worked really well, people liked it. That is how we gathered information from our beta users, by just running these contests, right? So we got to know what people are facing, what kind of difficulties, and how accurate is our tool working, what kind of load it can take, right? So that's how we tested that, and it worked really fine. Now it has been fine tuned, and up until today we have got these two features, and also Studio Ghibli feature as well,
Mm-hmm.
that we are giving them. So it was a very agile launch from our side when the Ghibli trend started, so we incorporated that as well. Yeah. So apart from that, we have got multiple AI tool that we'll be launching from next month, one tool per week, right? Giving different options, right, for to create caption, or to create pertaining good hashtags, to create a good thumbnail, so on and so forth. These would be very specifically or focused for creators,
Mm-hmm.
that we are going to incorporate from the next quarter, as such, the next month, or rather. So up until now, we have got AI face swap, video swap, Ghibli effect
Mm-hmm.
for the normal users and creators. I said we have a recommendation model that is for application, and also we have got an ChatGPT API that we are using for our iChat GPT concept. It
Mm-hmm.
is, again, we are just leveraging that API. We wanted to understand what kind of users who are interested in what data. So this tool is integrated in our application so that the user or the creator should not go to ChatGPT, create a caption about something, then copy that and
Mm-hmm.
come to any social media platform. So we thought, why can't we integrate that in our application, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we created a wrapper around ChatGPT's API, and it is running successfully. The most best keyword or the best search that we are getting is around itineraries and our health recipes,
Mm-hmm.
workout recipes, and captions. Create a caption for this content, that content. So it has been interesting from that perspective as well. So that's how we are empowering creators also.
Got it. One downside of AI recently, how I have been witnessing the AI infusion into social media is social media is flooding with a lot of fake AI content, like a monkey who has been traveling around India and showing places, and the AI videos with the DALI and Google VO3 has become very realistic. It's looking like a movie. People can barely distinguish between. At least a layman cannot know if something has been made with AI or a actual human has shot a video. So, what is your thought on AI taking over the original video space? AI clouding everything in social media and in the content space, and in general, what is your thought on AI generated content?
I mean, I would very frankly say, this was bound to happen with the pace with what we were using AI tools, right, around the ecosystem, or in our even layman life, right? We were using exclusively using AI for every small thing, right? So it was bound to happen, but there is one differentiator, right? I personally believe that AI can be used to improve your quality but not replace the content,
Hmm.
right? AI using to replace altogether a human content is not acceptable, which YouTube also agreed yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the YouTube had said, right, we wouldn't monetize AI content henceforth, like from the next month, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have announced it publicly yesterday. So that's how it is. We personally believe that AI can be used to not change the content or not replace the content that has been created by humans, but can be used to more optimize it,
Mm-hmm.
more make it more picture perfect, make it more consumer friendly, as we say.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing, very lately we have observed that AI has been used to create a narrative around some idea or
Mm-hmm.
narrative around some emotions. If they want to percolate some emotions into the consumers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are leveraging AI at such a huge scale, right? You can actually say, if there is big accident, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have We can recreate that using AI and publicize that across social media platform.
Right.
AI has become so much dangerous. So that is again wrong. And that is something that we also wouldn't allow on our platform, very honestly. AI, be having an AI image which is friendly or which is not creating a narrative is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But to change a consumer's behavior using an AI would definitely is a no-no for us specifically.
Got it. Finally, the social media, social OTT angle. I think more than social OTT is the new trend of people getting habituated to the vertical form factor of the video, where people can hold their phone and watch a content, and scroll through. So that has become a habit for everybody. by scrolling through reels and YouTube shorts. And they also want the OTT platforms to become something similar, vertical format content, short and swipeable. I think OTT platforms have been trying to incorporate that. For example, Hotstar came up with this max view for the cricket matches, and I think Netflix also tried something similar with I don't remember that feature name. But yeah, it's OTT platforms are trying it in bits and pieces, and there are new companies like Kuku FM, which has tried to come up with a app for the whole social OTT thing.
Right.
It's on the rise.
Right.
How do you see this space growing? Do you think all the OTTs will eventually be replaced with social OTT? And do you think the content length would become shorter, uh, vertical in nature? And what else do you think will happen?
Okay. With our research, right, before implementing social OTT as a social or incorporating, introducing that OTT layer into our social media application, right? So, I mean, the social OTT or the vertical framing concept is growing as we speak. It
Mm,
initially started off in China, right? They had this micro dramas, as we say, right? China and Korea, right? They
mhm,
had this micro dramas of 72 episodes of say 2 minutes each episode. So that is kind of trend that they have set, and we are also following the trend very honestly.
mhm,
With this, I think the main change here, we can say is inclusive of advertisements into OTT would limit very honestly with this micro dramas, right? Because the content space or the content length itself is 5 minutes. What
mm.
kind of advertisements I want to show? A
Right,
30-second advertisement is also going to be a deal breaker for you guys,
right.
right? In a way, this vertical short length episodes or dramas are going to change the aspect of advertising in OTT
Mm-hmm,
very significantly,
mm-hmm,
and also it is going to be much more affordable than what current OTT structure is, right? Because of the smart dramas and the smaller screen, any it is very easy to percolate into
mm-hmm,
tier 2 and tier 3 in terms of economics.
mm-hmm,
That's what I think, and right, that's what we found out as well with already researched thing in the China and Korea, right? People are swiftly changing from big screen OTT to a vertical level OTT because they have a, a very smart pricing system
mm-hmm.
wherein and a less advertisement platform, right? Advertising platform, we might come up with multiple avenues also
Mm.
in the same, right, for advertising, but the UX part will not be disturbed, as generally when I see a Hotstar, right? Now Amazon Prime has also introduced advertisements,
Right.
right? So that is, for me, it is a very negative downside because up until yesterday I was seamlessly seeing any movie on
Mm.
Amazon, but right
Right.
now it is like I have to wait at least three advertisements I am able to see on
Right.
Prime.
Yeah.
So it is a no-no for me, and it is going to be difficult for it to incorporate advertisements in such small screen dramas as well, because the visibility of advertisement also is a matter. And there are multiple feature dependencies when
Mm.
we switch from big screen to small screen, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we're almost at the closure of the interview. Just one last question
Already.
left. Tell us. So I know you've been experimenting with a lot of different new features. You're trying to get adoption from the market, family tree, social OTT. So these are all the new features that you've been trying. Eventually, you will find acceptance, product market fitment. But what what about the future? Where do you foresee yourself evolving to? Would you become a social OTT platform? Would you become a social media platform? Would you become a AI platform for generating images and videos? There are multiple formats of what you can become eventually. How are you foreseeing the future?
Okay, for us as a company, or we started off this to create an so this would be an India's answer to other social media platforms pertaining to how creators economy. We can also create creators economy inside indigenous application, which is more seamless in terms of monetizing creators, and also more seamless in giving advertisement platform for brands,
Hmm.
right? So our motive for the next process of the journey ahead is going to be the same. We are right now very strategically targeting brands and creators to onboard our application. We
Hmm.
are getting good response from users. That's what we are trying to transparently tell them about our data that we have. To give you a small idea, so we got more than 5,000 people have registered their family tree. They're liking the feature, they're using the feature, right? So any family tree will have on an average a three node, say a person plus two more. So it has proved to be a good user acquisition strategy for us as well.
Hmm.
You can definitely add those things. So in that part also, and right now we are keeping our application ad free. We don't run any advertisements on our application. We want user to have a seamless experience. We want user to have a great UI UX experience to percolate the idea, or at least get our idea to be communicated properly to them what we
Hmm.
are trying to do. So the next, in future, I would say we are trying to create a healthy consumer behavior platform for brands, wherein they can percolate their brand notion very transparently.
Hmm.
And because most of our users are from tier 2 and tier 3, I understand the consumerism there also has been growing, and it is a huge potential market for brands to get populated, right? So that's what we are targeting. And plus, we've got AI tools with us. We are trying to incorporate AI tools into our B2B marketing portal,
Hmm.
which will be live at the end of this year. Is something similar to Facebook Meta ads, right? If not similar, if not same, it is similar to that. We'll be incorporating AI related campaigns also, wherein they can give their campaigns. To give you an example, interesting example, right? You
Hmm.
consider a person doing a sports brand ad, holding a football in hand, right?
Hmm.
Or doing a car ad, right? He's inside a Mercedes, to just to give you an example, right? And whenever he sees that advertisement, that campaign is launched on I, right? Then the user who is using that app, or who is viewing that campaign, right?
Hmm.
He's seeing himself in that advertisement.
Wow.
That is a hyper focused campaign, right? This is a new age campaigning,
Hmm.
because and that is what actually is going to matter,
Hmm.
right? How many people are responding to it? That is the true source of affirmation from user, that yes, we are liking the advertisement, we are liking the brand, and we are really interested.
Hmm.
So that is how the lead funnel we are trying to target. Again, this is in future, which we
Hmm.
are right now working tirelessly. But
Hmm.
yes, these are multiple avenues that we have opened for brands, creators, as well as for ourselves to explore. And looking forward, I mean, the future is looking forward very really good, and that's about it.
Got it. And before we end, one another last question. You said this is India's answer to
Yeah.
something. So I'm curious to understand why India has never been able to produce a good social media platform or OTT platform like the YouTube, the Prime Videos, Netflix, all are from US. Facebook, Twitter, even the TikToks and PUBGs, they were also from outside. Even the same is happening with the AI models like ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek.
Right.
So India is supplying information technology to rest of the world. India is a global power in IT, but somehow India is not able to build for itself. Uh, why do you think India has been, left behind, has been lagging in terms of innovation on consumer tech? And why are you so confident that you will be able to crack that?
I mean, okay, let us start with the first part of your question. Why India lacks? I don't think so. India lacks. India doesn't lack, but India is generally late in adopting some trends, right? India primarily at the start, from the dot com bubble, we have been a service oriented. We already have lived in service oriented environment, right? Whatever product that the companies outside India produce, right? We tend to serve those products, or we tend to enhance those products from our point of view, and we are pretty good at it. And lately, I mean, since from 2017-18, right, we have a record breaking startups who have started off having consumer tech startups plus multiple products, and some analogous products with whatever outside of India, like companies from America have, right? To give you an example, Zoho is an answer for Salesforce, right? I have worked for Salesforce, I know, and I have worked with Zoho. I mean, I have worked on Zoho as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a pretty cool tool. I mean, it might get a recognition eventually, but it is not about that. We are not a product rich country as such. We definitely are product rich country, and we tend to adopt that pretty late and
Mm-hmm.
acknowledge that pretty late. And that is what maybe we will definitely, with the new age, right? India is again getting younger. We
Mm-hmm.
are like 36, average age of India is getting younger, right? It was 43, now we have somewhere in 30-35s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is how it is going to help such application startups, or it is going to help such initiatives to be percolated inside, like, wherein we are self dependent. If we want to create something, why go outside? We can create it ourselves. So this is the notion that right now we are absorbing, and it might take some time, but it'll definitely work for sure. Because because of some layoffs, and there are multiple reasons, that companies, or specifically Indians, have found out that we can definitely do it. What they're doing, it is not rocket science.
Mm-hmm.
It is all about, it is a marathon for sure. It is not going to be that you create something today and you're going to get results tomorrow. It is a marathon, and you just have to have that perseverance to continue a journey on the same path, and just trust in your idea. And to answer your next question about why am I so confident about my application,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is what we have gotten, feedback from our users. As you said, right, we crossed almost 50,000 in our first 3 months. So our beta users, I mean, beta, when we launched our MVP plus the beta, right, the beta got 50,000 downloads. We were just in the feedback loop, so we even couldn't, we had to stretch our sprints pertaining to our beta feedback implementation also,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because there's so many feedback, there's so many people using our application organically as well. So
Mm-hmm.
post 50,000, we tried to do our performance marketing, so on and so forth. So that such kind of matrices gives you confidence, right? And it is all about, you have to believe in your idea.
Mm-hmm.
And because it is such a huge gamble, as you said, right? Why India lacks, or there are already multiple applications, why is another user going to use your application,
Mm-hmm.
right? We are not here to compete with anyone. We are just here to tell you that this is also an application,
Mm-hmm.
which, with some differentiators. Not necessary you use our application to scroll down reels or on iCoins, right? You use our application for some purpose, but we are capable enough to create such ecosystem of consumerism, wherein, we are telling users to use our application.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find it very relevant in today's age. And because we are small, we are very agile as well, you
Okay.
know because in terms of AI infrastructure or AI compliance policies, you need to be agile, because you never know, from tomorrow there could be some rule wherein you cannot use face swaps. To give you an example, that we have to be agile, we have to think out of the box
Hmm.
to implement that kind of policies, and government policies or any other policies on our application.
Right.
And being small and being lean helps in agility for sure. And that's the reason I'm pretty confident saying that this is going to be the next big thing in social media space.
Understood. All right. So on this note, we will close the session. Thanks for joining us, Amay. It was a pleasure to have you on our platform. And I think yes, they. I don't know if your platform will become the future of Indian social media or not, but I personally think that at least we shouldn't be depending on other countries to come up with interesting products that everybody would want to use. China has their own social media, their own Facebook and Twitter. Why
Right,
not us?
right,
uh, and we are constantly sending out our data outside India. So
exactly.
that compromises our data sovereignty and everything. Everything is outside our control. Our data is going outside. So I think it's high time everybody should, every entrepreneur should start thinking about this. And I think government also should think about this. And I think the work you are doing is good. It's good for the country, and kudos to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Amar.